you join me on a winter morning in Manchester. I've got the RX1 with me. I was going to be out with a different camera. It was the Canon R5 that you might have seen in my previous video. But after doing a bit of shooting with the R5, honestly, it's a fantastic camera, but it's not for this, is it? To carry it around for a long time, especially with that 50mm lens on, weighs a ton. So I'm just out with the RX1 and the light is hitting. The weather this morning said it was going to be grey, but we've got light, we've got nice winter light. So far, kind of slow, town's not super busy, but there's nice light coming through here and St. Peter's Square. So I'm going to do a couple of loops around here, just on 35mm, and then see what happens. Hey, you alright? Got to say that dog just then, that was a lovely surprise. He's not very sharp, but we've got the arrows from that little monument pointing towards him. The amount of times I've been on those steps and like nothing happens for hours and hours of all the time that I've lived here. Finally, I literally turn around from one photo and he's there. Good signs, good signs. I've been debating how long I'm going to be out today shooting, but we could go all day until it gets cloudy, which at the moment doesn't really look like it. Let's crack on. Yeah, so the battery life on this does not last long at all. But luckily, I have like 5. And they're so small, you can just carry loads of them with you. I have like 3 third-party ones that do actually surprisingly okay. I don't know how long they're going to last doing that well. And then I have my 2 original Sony batteries that actually, I imagine now that I've changed to a Sony battery, this is probably going to last me most of the time that I'm out today. Maybe I'll go through 2 of these, but in general, they're a lot better. I was here the other day with the 50mm, but over there, because the light was coming in slightly differently. Oh, it's about to go. Anyway, you get these kind of like hard branch shadows. I'll show you a couple of examples from these trees when the light's breaking through. It might come through again, but I've been trying to line something up. With a 50mm, you kind of get a little bit of like branch shadows on the pillar and then a little bit on the background, and it will shadows like breaking it up. Sometimes maybe it's more like both pillars instead. Okay. Shadow. If this light could hit just slightly more. A bit of Manchester infrastructure chat for you. This is our town hall, and the entire time I've lived here in the last 3 years, it's been under construction. And with that construction, there's been like these hard barriers along here the entire time. And this is usually like a really big, nice pedestrianised area, which has just been blocked off. But this is actually still one of the best streets to shoot, in my opinion, on the corner of the town hall. But just today, my first time seeing this, they've brought down part of the barrier. So now we've got like this blue netted fence thing instead, which actually looks awesome. Because if we get someone in a yellow coat, there's already some yellow blocks and the sign and stuff that kind of add that contrast. But if we had someone in a yellow coat, or even blue, or just like a nice hard shadow coming across there, that will look awesome. So I was going to move on and go back down towards like Market Street, but this is cool, so I want to try something. But we need someone in a proper, yellow beanie. We need someone in a proper yellow, either jacket, I'll take a beanie, but something. This is promising, so I will report back with progress. I am breaking away from my little loop slightly, just because I want to go venture off and get this coffee. I've been very much enjoying today. I feel like recently on photo walks I've been very much focusing on the result, and that's been leading to me not enjoying it as much. And actually probably getting worse photos because of that. Along the theme of trying to focus more on the process rather than the result of street photography, I think it's probably one of the best things that you can try and practice. As much as different techniques and whatever, like you're only going to get better and you're only going to find the photos that you want to keep in your portfolio if you are making the effort to enjoy it more. Like if you shoot thousands of images to get one okay shot, but you enjoy that, that's a lot better than putting loads of pressure on yourself for each and every shot to not enjoy it, to struggle to get one that you like. Like perfectionism is never going to be helpful. Likewise, in making videos on YouTube, the days that I try and perfect something, usually I make a bad video. The days that I kind of just go with the flow and then call it finished the second I finish it, usually I make better videos. There's something to be said about applying techniques for the sake of techniques in photography. I'd really like to focus more on making images that are memorable for me and that feel like a reflection of like my personality as well. To me, that's always going to lead to you making more interesting images that more people are going to associate with you. Like if you see some photographer that you like style, most likely it's not down to, oh, because they always use this compositional technique, they've always got leading lines, they've always got lots of layers. Maybe there are some photographers who you recognise for those sort of reasons, but it's never going to come down to those techniques or to colour. It's going to come down much more to the subject matter and like what they're doing in a photo. I think that's what you want to aim for with your photography. So even today that I'm not taking any good photos, I'm trying to keep an eye out for the things that sing to me, you know, contrasting blue and yellow is fun. People obstructed by subjects is fun. Dogs are fun. You know what else is fun? This is the coffee place. It's just hidden away, but I like it. I am now sufficiently coffeed and banana breaded. It's the only thing I've eaten today. It's a bit worrying. Quick reminder, I actually do have a full camera guide for using the RX1 for street photography. And for viewers of this video, you can use this code at checkout on my store to save a further 20% off my camera guide and also all of my preset packs. So check that out. You can get the 3-pack bundle and the camera guide all together for 20% off. It's worth looking at. Oh, found something. Got some scrappy old billboards that could be interesting with a nice jacket. Oh, sorry guys, go ahead. I'm very aware that I'm just standing in front of some woman's car. I just turned to the left and there's just a woman staring at me from her driver's seat. I must have looked like a bit of a div, as I often do when I'm out taking photos. Yeah, this is down here. We've got a very nice independent cinema over here called Home. It's a cult classic. If you want to go see some indie movies in Manchester, Home is the place to go. That could be funny. I don't think it's going to happen though. This is my second favourite corner in Manchester. This is King Street that goes all the way up here, which I love. And then my favourite one is literally back that way. So I can just loop this like block and I'll be very happy. The last little bit of light is just poking through now. So I'm gonna leave this video there, shoot along here a little bit longer. I'm really hoping I can get like 2 people shielding their eyes from the sun at the same time. So far I've not been successful, so I'm gonna try that until these rays have gone. But expect another video on the RX1 very soon. I've just been out with it for the full day today. It's been so much fun. So I'll drop a link to the original first impressions video right here if you haven't seen it already.